Good morning, lovelies. I'm talking quietly because it's early in the morning, but there's nobody in my house except for me and the dogs. The man that lives here is already gone to work. Um, the sun's just coming up. I've already finished all my chores, have my coffee cooking. The reason I'm up so early is because I need to make my famous secret ingredient frosty balls, and it's been so darn hot the last few days that the thought of even putting the oven on was, beyond comprehension. So I thought, let me get up mad crazy early, get my stuff done, and make my famous frosty balls before the sun actually comes up and heats up the entire planet, which it seems to be doing. Anyway, I wanted to show you what's in there. They're secret ingredients, so don't tell anybody, but everybody already really knows. I'm going to flip you around. Hold on a sec. All right, so what we have, of course, is our ground beef. And that's a lot of ground beef, but I'm making lots of balls because we like the balls. Italian dressing, ketchup, hot sauce. This time I've decided to put some black olives in there. Disregard the bananas behind there. That's just my husband. Almost said it. The man who lives here's breakfast, lunch. Gosh, yeah. I guess I should have woke up first. I use, the cheap Frosted Flakes. These are Walmart brand because it's just in lieu of bread crumbs. So I don't bother going and buying the, what do you call the Frosted Flakes, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. All right. Also, I will throw in a couple raw eggs, some onion, and I like to add applesauce. Only thing with applesauce, excuse me, I usually put applesauce in when I'm making a meatloaf because the applesauce makes it very moist. So sometimes you got to be careful. I probably won't use all of this applesauce that's in this little container. The meatballs will fall apart. So, but it does help keep them moist. And I might throw some chunks of cheese in there. I've been known to throw garlic, which I don't have. And there are no measured amounts, just like I don't follow patterns. I also don't follow recipes unless I had the puppies. They've already had their breakfast. Hi, Dunk. That's Dr. Duncan Porkenstein. And then we have the little wee one, who's probably afraid. She wants me to play bally with her. Scruff, show everybody your bath. Yeah, you're nice and clean. She had a bath yesterday. And let's do what we do. Yes, I'm in my jammies. Because it's still early. Yeah. Yeah, there's the other part of the house. And my yay for female rights flag. I bought a bunch of flags and just sorry about getting dizzy. Yeah, so basically I'm just going to throw a bunch of the Frosted Flakes into the container, chop up the onion, throw the raw egg in there, mix it all up, a little bit of applesauce, some of this, some of that, throw some spices in there, whatever you like, And like I said, I'm going to try with the black olives. I think that'll be a nice salty additive and look cool in them. Little black spots in the brown balls. Okay, yeah, I'm going to put you on whatever this hold button is and then show you what we're doing. Okay, so that looks disgusting in the bowl. I haven't had my coffee yet. The coffee's just getting done, and I'm like, that is so gross. 2 eggs. I used about half of the applesauce, getting ready to cut the onion. And then, like I said, it's just Italian dressing, any kind of dressing you like, ketchup. I add hot sauce because Rusty likes the hot sauce. You really can add whatever you want. And then, of course, I'm going to crunch up all right, so what I do is I'll take the Frosted Flakes and crunch them up as I add them. So they're not huge flakes. It's okay if you get some huge flakes in there because it'll dissolve. Not dissolve, yeah, get moist. I love that word. Most people hate that word, but I like to incorporate that whenever I can. You make the Frosted Flakes moist. A little trick with the onions instead of a cutting board, I will cut, let's see if I could do this with one hand, but I'll cut down in angles, you know, like that, like you're doing a pizza pie, and then go level to level. It just saves me from having to have a cutting board. And yeah, so this is what we're going to mix up. I'm not too concerned about the fact that there's lots of moisture in here because I'm going to add a lot of Frosted Flakes, which will, whatever. It's too early to think of words. I can't think of words on a good day, but this early in the morning with very little sleep the last few nights, that does look gross. Yeah. Trust me, it tastes fabuloso. Anyway, so I put the oven on 350. It preheated already, and I've got my pans here ready, because once you get this all done, you just roll them up into little balls. I use them like a palm full, so, you know, definitely smaller. I do them definitely smaller than a golf ball. You can do them in the size of a golf ball, but then you're going to have to cook them longer, and the outside gets harder, which is also fine. And if you like them crunchy, you can also bake them, and then right before you take them out, pop the oven onto a broil. That's, you know, totally to your liking. I don't like mine too crunchy because I can't eat crunchy stuff, so I like them softer. Oh, softer. So yeah, I throw them in the oven. I make them probably about 1.5 inch, maybe an inch round. Maybe I'll show you one about an inch around, I guess, thereabouts. I'm not too particular. And then cook those for probably 15 minutes on 350. You could throw it in 375. There's really no rhyme or reason on this, like everything else in my life. And yeah, I'll show you as I progress. Okay, I'm going to have my coffee now. Putting you back on hold. So the most important ingredient of everything in life is coffee. I'm not going to put it in my Frosty Balls, but I am drinking my coffee. I feel so much better now. Yeah, the birds are all waking up. It's so cool. And there's some wild animal out in the woods. I think it might be a fox from afar. Anyway, so I chopped up some onion, and just want to show you how lovely those little black olives look. I started cutting them with a knife, and then I thought that's going to take forever, and I'm probably going to cut myself because the man who lives here bought new knives, and they're really super sharp. So I just squished them up in my hands and broke them up into little pieces. Also, too, this is, you guys probably all know this, but this kind of a can opener is great because it doesn't just take the top off, it takes the whole lid off, and there's no sharp edges. And I use this because when I'm trying to catch ferals or feeding strays or whatever, where I just need to open up a can of tuna fish, I can open it with this, and it doesn't have sharp edges, so when they're eating it and licking the sides, they're not cutting their tongue or hurting themselves. So the next thing we're going to do, enough of that, I know, I'm obsessed with animals. Before I break up the ground beef and squish it in here, we're going to start taking Frosted Flakes, and when I do it with two hands, it's twice as fast, but literally just start filling this with Frosted Flakes until I feel that the Frosted Flakes are absorbing a lot of the liquid. Because I'll even do like a almost 50-50 ratio. So this is great also if you're trying to stretch out a meal, especially with the price of beef. I mean, that cost me, I think, $23, $24 for the ground beef, and that's 80 lean, 20 fat, I guess. You want a little fat in it, again, because I do, because it's not as dry. I don't like dry food and don't like hard food, so I like it moist and fatty. I'm sorry, I'm just giddy this morning. I guess sleep would have been good, but who cares? Get sleep when I'm dead. All right, I'm going to put you back on hold and do this and then mix it up and then just throw the ground beef in and I'll be back. All righty, so we mixed up the breadcrumbs and I actually added some more hot sauce because we like things a little spicy. So that's all mixed in there and there's just a little over 6 pounds of ground beef. And I had a huge box of the Frosted Flakes, and I used about half of the box of that. So, like I said, you could add more and really stretch them out. What's nice about the Frosted Flakes is that it's got sugar in it, so you had a sweet and sweet and salty and spicy mixture with the ground beef. And believe me, these things are famous. I've been doing this. It actually happened by mistake when my kids were little. I wanted to make some meatballs or a meatloaf or whatever it was, and I didn't have any breadcrumbs. And I did have Frosted Flakes because I had kids. And I said, oh, let's just throw that in there. And they were just so delicious. And you can add all kinds. Like I said, usually sometimes I put garlic in there, whatever you like. I mean, you could put vegetables. You can put it's just whatever you want to do. And my hands are a little sore from scrunching up the Frosted Flakes. I let them sit a little bit so they absorb the moisture and they're a little softer. And then I'm going to just, grab this. That's the fun part. And just squish, squish, squish. And then roll it into balls and throw them on the tray. And I didn't, if you didn't see it, my son for his birthday bought me, that's not the right time because we lost our electricity last night and I don't know how to reset it. But yeah, he bought me a really amazing 3-in-1 huge microwave that confection, and then it also air fries. I have no idea how to use that. I just hear people raving about it, so I'm very excited to use that. And it's a little bigger than the one we had, but not that bad. It fits in that little corner noochie. And in my coffee today, we have chocolate caramel creamer. Dog alert! Yeah, the sun's coming up, so now the dogs are waking up and they've been awake, but they're just pains in the butts. Anybody want a dog or two? All right. I'm gonna roll these. I'm gonna squish all this together, roll all that, and then roll them on the trays. And then when I'm done, I'm definitely gonna go back and take a nap because I'm so tired. All righty. Bye. Well, for now, put you on hold. Okay, absolutely no reason at all to make a silly face on the large glob of ground beef. I like to amuse myself. So anyway, that is the thing of nightmares right there. Dear Lordy, so frightening. But anyway, I'm going to make little balls and throw them in the oven. I got the oven on at 350. You could do it 350, 375, whatever. 10-15 minutes. Check them, make sure that they're brown on the outside and even break one open, see if it's pink in the inside. There's, like I said, we don't follow directions around here, but yeah, that's just creepy. I apologize for leaving it on with that so long. Okay, I just had to show you. Alrighty, so this is one batch getting ready to go in. And one batch is already, forgot about the steam. Excuse the filthy oven, I don't clean it. One batch is in there, and while that batch was in there cooking, I rolled this batch and put them on the tray, and those are ready to be on the first tray when the other tray cools off. So I probably left these in, I don't know, 15, almost 20 minutes. Like I said, you want to cook it long enough so it's not, pink and raw, but they still look pretty good. So I'll take them out and then throw these in. And while these are cooking, I'll throw those on the first tray once that cools off. And then I throw them in baggies and I freeze them. This way, they're good cold. I've never eaten them frozen, but They are good right out of the refrigerator cold, and they're great warmed up. The size of them, just to give you an idea, I'll grab one here. They're, you know, actually that looks a lot bigger than it is. It's a palm size. They're around. They're bigger than Swedish meatballs, not as big as Italian meatballs. And this way you could pop one in your mouth, and they make for great pick food. Anyway, yeah, so they smell fabulous. They look good. And there's going to be some happy campers, literally happy campers, because I am making these for Banjo Ma, which is our camping weekend extravaganza that we have at Rusty's house. And people come down, and we spend from Thursday to Monday camping and having a really good time. And I'll definitely videotape while we're there. I hope so. And you know, show you some of the videos from there. Well, we definitely do like a blacklight friendly in the hangar music dance thing. So it's a lot of fun. Anyway, that's it. That's the Frosty Balls secret recipe. It's Frosted Flakes and anything else you want to add. Anyway, enjoy your day, lovelies. I'll see you soon. That was lame. Hold on, let me try again. There we go.